Hi, we're here with another Twinkle debate. We're talking today about should all school students learn a foreign language. My name's Sam, and I'm going to be arguing that school students don't need to learn a foreign language. And
My name's Mo, and I'll be arguing that students should learn a second language. I think they are. Well, like obviously, say if you go to Spain and you can speak Spanish, then I mean, Bob's your uncle. Like you can speak to any Spanish person you wish, and in the same way, it works other way, where if a Spanish person comes over to England, we can speak to them in Spanish as well.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here and sort of suggest that because English as a second language is predominantly or it is one of the widest used languages in the world. If we go on holiday to, I don't know if it's most, but many other countries, we know that we are going to be in an environment where we can use English and be understood. So our foreign language is important for travelling abroad. Not necessarily. I think it's nice, and I think it means that we can communicate more easily, and it's more respectful to be in another culture and to use their language. But that doesn't mean it's essential, because we are in that fortunate position as English people that we can go to loads of other countries and people will understand what we're saying. My feeling is that it is important that we focus on those skills, the skills that you learn in English, maths and science, because those are the things that make our young people more employable. That's what employers are looking for. That's what people want in your CV. And I think if you want to, for example, learn a foreign language, then that's a really useful and a good way of giving yourself more skills. But I don't think that necessarily has to be a focus of the school curriculum, because, as I say, that's not what employers are looking for.
Okay, I could counter that by saying that I think that's what some employers are looking for. So, for example, even in my job, you might get an email in pure Spanish, and then the office goes a bit crazy, and like, can anybody speak Spanish? And the one person who can speak Spanish goes, yeah, that's me. So in an office of like 30 people, she's now the rising star, and everyone's like, oh, I wish I could speak Spanish. So that's why it's important, I think, so that when I was younger, if I learned how to speak Spanish, I'd be like, oh yeah, I can take that email. So I think it's that.
So do you wish you'd learnt Spanish now?
I honestly, I really do wish I learned Spanish. I think the answer is purely yes. It'd be so beneficial just to have that extra skill set, to be able to just communicate and learn about other cultures in the language that it's in. It's like creates a deeper understanding, and it's just really nice to have, to be able to say at least thank you in a different language.
Yeah. I think certainly from a cultural perspective, as you say, of kind of giving an appreciation of other cultures, helping you to sort of immerse yourself in the language of other peoples, is just a really good way to open students' eyes to other people from other backgrounds. My worry about languages in schools, and the reason that I really struggled with languages in schools, is that I think you are just scratching the surface on a massive topic. So if you, as you say, you can learn to say thank you, you can learn to say hello, goodbye, you can learn quite a lot of stuff at GCSE level, for example, but you really are only just like, it's just the tip of the iceberg in terms of what you really need to learn to be in that culture. And I think what I would sort of, for people who do want to learn foreign languages, what I would suggest much more is that they do go and spend a year, living out in France and working as an au pair for like nanny for a family, or a year in Spain working, sort of following the GCSEs. I think that's much more beneficial than learning it in schools, because I just don't think schools are the environment where you are naturally going to pick up language. That's been interesting to discuss, and it's interesting that we've got differing perspectives on it. I wonder what you think.